The Song of Songs, also known as the Song of Solomon, is love poetry. Yet it is also a profound depiction of the meaning, value, and beauty of work. The song sings of lovers who court, then marry, and then work together in an ideal picture of life, family, and work. Lessons in the Song of Songs. Because the Song of Songs is a poem, it does not contain clear instructions like some other Bible books. If we want to learn from it, we must learn from the attitudes and actions of the people in the song. Song is about human love, then the main lessons are about the ideal relationships between men and women. At the time of the song, men often married many wives. But the song shows love between one man and one woman. The song emphasizes greatly the importance of love in a married couple's relationship. It is wrong when husbands and wives continuously force each other to do things. They should respect each other because they love each other. The song shows how beautiful it is for a husband and wife to be loyal to each other. Elsewhere, the Bible teaches that sex should only happen between a man and woman after their marriage. And after marriage, people must continue to be loyal to their husbands and wives. It is very wrong when they have sex with other people. The song emphasizes that love is a decision. It is not merely an emotion. A husband and wife should choose to love each other. And then their love for each other will grow and increase. A person's relationship with God should be a personal relationship. Someone does not become a Christian because that person's family are Christians. It does not happen because someone is born in a Christian nation. It only happens when that person begins his or her own personal relationship with God. Love is very important in a person's relationship with God. In fact, Jesus taught that this was the most important of all God's commands. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, Mark 12:29-30. People must be completely loyal to God. And they must trust God completely. Elsewhere, the Bible speaks about people who were not completely loyal to God. Perhaps they wanted to serve false gods as well as the real one. Or perhaps they were unwilling to trust God. A person's relationship with God begins when that person decides to love God. It is a decision, the person's emotions and feelings are unimportant. Of course, afterwards, the person will discover this most wonderful fact: God already chose that person, 1 John 4:10. It is God who made it possible for that person to love Him. Afterwards, the person's love for God does not remain the same. It grows and increases. Summary by chapters. Chapter 1. Song attributed to Solomon. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. I am black, but comely. Her mother's children were angry with her. She confesses her unworthiness, desires to be directed to the flock, and is directed to the shepherd's tents. The bridegroom describes the comeliness of his bride. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Chapter 2. I am the rose of Sharon, and the lily of the valleys. A description of the bridegroom as the apple tree among the trees of the wood, and as a roe or young hart. A description of the spring. The mutual love of both, the beloved is mine, and I am his. Chapter 3. The bride mentions the absence of her spouse in bed one night, her search after him, and her ultimate success. A description of the bridegroom, his bed, and his chariot. Chapter 4. Behold, thou art fair, my love, behold, thou art fair, thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks, you have dove's eyes behind your veil. NRSV, thy hair is as a flock of goats, that appear from Mount Gilead. Similes of body parts. The beloved is compared to an orchard or a garden. An invitation is made to taste to the bridegroom to enter his garden and eat his pleasant fruits. Chapter 5. The bridegroom calls on his spouse to admit him. She hesitates, arises, and finds him gone. Seeking him, she is smote and wounded by the city watch. She inquires of the daughters of Jerusalem, and describes her beloved's body parts in a series of similes. Chapter 6. The companions of the bride inquire after the bridegroom. A description of the bride, recapitulating some of the images already used. The bride is referred to as the Shulamite. Chapter 7. Further simile-rich descriptions. The bride is described first, then the bridegroom. Sense of mutuality strengthened by the fact that both have an equal voice in the chapter. Chapter 8. Instructions to daughters of Jerusalem not to awake the beloved. Many waters cannot quench love. The younger sister is described, worryingly, she has no breasts. Solomon's vineyard is described as full of precious fruit. He earns much silver from its fruit, which he can keep, because she has her own vineyard, him. Final demand to make haste.